This is Tanya from Edu TV. I welcome everyone to our program. It's a matter of principles. Today we have with us the principal of Mamta Modern School, Vikaspuri, New Delhi, India, Miss PALLAVI Sharma. Ma'am, we have our host for the session with us today, Miss Tashira from Alliance University, Bangalore, India. Tashira, over to you.
Thank you, Tanya, for the introduction. Very good afternoon, Ma'am Pallavi. It's a pleasure to be engaging in conversation with you today.
Good
I'm Tashira
afternoon.
Fernandez, and I'm representing Alliance University. Ma'am, just to start the discussion, firstly, as you know, that the pandemic has brought on a very different work arrangement. We're now working virtually in isolation, and it's something that has been challenging for all of us. So I just like to know what are the measures or the sort of mechanisms your school has put into place to ensure that the faculty have made this transition seamlessly towards, teaching virtually from a very physical mode of classroom teaching.
So, good afternoon, Tashira, and greetings to everyone. I'm glad you put up this question because in difficult times like this, I think the most hit were the teachers because they, many of them were not digitally sound and they were taken aback by this sudden pandemic that hit. And we were not prepared to go online and they had to do digital training, online training at homes during the pandemic when the entire world was so depressed. Our teachers were actually getting trained because they had to start taking the classes. They were staying up overnight. So, salutations to all the teachers, I must say, because it was a very difficult time for them. And yes, the morale was low because, in schools, we were really hit by fees that was coming in. The salaries that were going out was probably not able to meet their expectations for that time. But we have ensured that our staff morale remained high because, when we are dealing with students, we have to ensure if their morale is high, only then will they be able to pass it on to the students, the high morale. And we could not let our students get depressed during such times. We go beyond textbooks and education. I think we are preparing children for life. And if we ourselves are not resilient, we cannot teach resilience to our students. So many things that we did during that time is, first of all, I think I ensured that all my teachers remain busy. So we kept giving them new projects. Now, when they were working, it was probably a little difficult in the beginning. But eventually, what I've noticed and what my teachers tell me now, 9 months into the pandemic, is, ma'am, that we were so busy learning new things, learning how to new pedagogies online. We had no time to think about, what is happening around the world. There was no time. We were so excited, or I would say it was a challenge, taking up those challenges. They one had no time. So they were very busy. They were upbeat about everything, and we kept them, up to the standards of the organization also, and they had to be up to date with the latest pedagogies that were happening. They were not prepared. I mean, I must share with you, they were searching and learning new, taking courses. I ensured that the teachers get enrolled into many courses that were happening. We gave them meditation sessions, so we organized yoga classes for them, so that we tried to teach them. And I also gave them stress busters. Like we had classes for even cooking and things that teachers could just do as a pastime. They shared their stories. So we ensured one-to-one contact with teachers through telephone. Like I was on the phone with them. I ensured they had this they knew that if in times of problems we are there for them. So they were very confident about having help in case they need it. So all of these things together, we are more of a family in Mamta Modern School. The staff, it's a very different kind of a relationship we share with our teachers. Yes, professional, of course, but people can rely on each other. That sense of confidence is there among the teachers, for the management also. And the management has also at all times ensured that they do not let us down anywhere. So that sense of confidence, keeping busy during those difficult times, learning new ideas, learning new cooking, learning new yoga asanas, learning how to meditate and spend time on their own, learning the new online pedagogies, all of this, I think, kept them really busy. And I must share with you that none of my teachers have been affected by the COVID. And just today, I was reading in the newspaper, when you get depressed, your immune system goes down so much that you kind of attract the virus. Uh, as good as you may be, but you are better if you are not depressed. You're better than many of the other people around. And I'm very happy to share that all my teachers have been able to face this pandemic very bravely and strongly. They've been doing their classes, they've been doing new things. I've kept them on their toes for new things happening in the school. And I mean, we are very happy to say that we have braved the situation uh, well. So I think my staff has been very fortunate to face it confidently and bravely.
Ma'am, that's really great to hear, especially you spoke about mental health, which is so important, as important as taking care of your physical health. And it's great that you've taken that into cognizance. I'd like to shift the perspective now to the students. Ma'am, it's a completely different setup for the students as well, maintaining that same enthusiasm or that same energy towards their learning when they're also facing a very distressing situation. So if you could shed a little light on, the sort of activities that the school undertook to
For,
for the students.
for the students. So, of course, like since I told you that the teachers were doing new things, so of course it was all for the children. And, we ensured complete participation of children in new activities. Like I'll share with you, we went online for our orientations. Just recently, last this Saturday, we did an online virtual exhibition based on Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, and every child was involved. They got into groups. They prepared their projects on different subjects. This is an initiative by CBSE, and we were partnered with the state Sikkim. Every child was involved. They were all busy doing things. This is other than their scholastic studies, of course, is happening. But we ensured that children do other things, like, we gave them classes for music, dance, art and craft after 4 o'clock, that the time they'd go to the park to play, and they couldn't go out of their homes. We ensured they were busy at that time. So it was like a club running for an hour, and they could log into anything they wanted to. So this was something the teachers were doing for them. We didn't have to do it, but like I said, we go beyond these studies to ensure that children are happy. And a lot of competitions were organized for the children. So every child, is talented in some field or the other. And we ensured that with these competitions in-house, they all got a chance to participate. So it was drawing, it was quiz, it was music, it was dance, it was drama, it was writing, it was poetry, it was cooking, it was hairstyling, a rangoli, even computer based, movie making, podcast, photography. We have had millions of competitions for these children just to keep them busy, that every child feels important once they win. And when you win in your own this field that you're passionate about, you feel good about it. And we try to give them opportunities to remain busy. My focus at the beginning of the pandemic was to keep everybody busy, because when you're busy, you don't, when do you get depressed? When does that depression start getting in? Is when you have time to think. So we kept them away from the negative news. Newspapers were not going into many homes, so we didn't kind of have too many newspaper activities. It was more fun, and we organized so many webinars for them. We had one from Stanford University, USA, where the professor spoke to them about how Black Lives Matter, and the children debated. We did one on Yoga Day. We did one with the actress, so that they understand. This was right after Sushant Singh Rajput's death. children kind of found him to be their age. He was an idol for so many. And so they questioned and they asked questions, and they could kind of release their stress and tension. There was one with a scientist. Then, we had 3 eclipses in that month, I think July, so that they demystified why 3 eclipses in a month, in this month. We did a webinar with many of our old students, the alumni, like Sunil Chetri, the captain of the Indian football team, is a student of our school. We did a webinar with him where he spoke to all the students and kind of, encouraged them not to lose confidence and be on the field, because we have a lot of sports persons in our school, children. So he told them how they could be active even at home once they cannot get out to the field. Then we had Ragini Nayak, who's the Congress spokesperson. She's also alumni of the school. She came and spoke to children about what things are happening, how they can protect themselves during these times. So when you hear from your seniors, you kind of feel good about what is happening. You don't feel depressed. You feel encouraged, and you feel that children who are doing well, like we have students, ex-students who are professors with Ramjas University, different fields. We try to ensure that ex-students came in, spoke to the children, and boosted their confidence. So a lot of competitions were organized, a lot of webinars were there, new activities where the children learn to participate, like like I said, the online projects, doing online dramas. We had the children perform the online drama on Bal Ramayan. They did. So they all dressed up from their own homes, and they kind of got busy with those kind of activities a lot. We also organized our annual functions for the primary classes online. We did the orientations online. We did our PTMs online. Uh, in fact, I'm so happy to share with you that the entire academic calendar of ours that was planned well before the pandemic, that was in January 2020, when we didn't know we are going to be, in this situation. All the activities that were planned were covered and were done successfully. So I'm very happy that we have, changed our systems to ensure that the teachers, the students, in fact, me too, even we all remained busy, but we ensured that everything went on well, that the children did not miss out on any skill aspect. These are the years they'll never come back into their lives. The skills learned during this time cannot be learned 4 years hence. So we need to make sure they are learned as and when they are growing up. So everything was covered according to the academic calendar, even our assessments. So we do a lot of class tests, we do a lot of formative assessments, like, diagram tests and speaking skill, whatever. It was all covered. The listening skill, everything under ASL was all covered online. So every activity was done online.
That's really great to hear. I'm sure under your leadership and guidance, your university, your school will continue to flourish despite difficult times. It's been really great. Thank you for this insightful conversation. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pallavi Sharma.
Hello,
Principal.
Pranav ji.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Ma'am, I keep on seeing you on digital media. What do you work?
That's what I was sharing with Tashira. I don't know if we are, in the unofficial mode now, but yes, Pranav ji will surely vouch for everything I've told you, because it's all updated. We are ensuring that we are advertising so that, we give people the idea that you can keep yourselves busy at this time, because that's the only way to swim out of this pandemic. I think we have to wait. We can't do anything. And if we sit and sulk at home, we'll get into depression. So Pranav ji has also been very busy, and he's making sure we also remain busy during this time.
Ma'am, Pallavi ma'am is a wonderful leader also. We have done a lot of offline events at her school. She never had to come and meet us or talk to us. She delegates very nicely, very flawlessly, very smoothly. We can have a different program with her for that one day. Thank you so much. This is Pranav Guha from Edu TV. In my favorite program, It's a Matter of Principles. Today we had Ms. Pallavi Sharma, the principal of Mamta Model School, Delhi. And our host was Tashira. Tashira is a student. I think, Tashira, you're joining Amazon, I suppose, no?
Not Amazon, so I'm joining Accenture in another. Yes.
Congratulations.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Alliance University, India's top-ranked university. Over 20,000 alumni in 50 countries. Study abroad options in 55 universities. And placements in over 353 companies. Alliance University, Bengaluru.